So good morning students, let us discuss about the biometrics today. So biometrics is basically used for the authentication purposes based on the features, biological features of the human. So example maybe a face recognition, voice recognition, fingerprints, manual signatures, or maybe iris. Okay, that is eye scan. Okay, so this is basically this will serve as an alternative, okay, or complement to our password, which we had password mechanisms which we had learnt in the previous chapters. Okay, so how does this biometric work? Biometric, okay, it links the identity of the person to his or her physiological or behavioral characteristics. So there are two processes involved, okay, in this biometric system. First step is nothing but enrollment, okay, enrollment step. The second step is nothing but recognition step. So in the enrollment step, we collect the person's biometric sample. So if we take an example of a fingerprint, so in that fingerprint machine we need to keep our fingers, many finger or any finger, let it be, many times. Okay, in that way it will basically save that particular fingerprint along with the name, okay, the person's name. So that is name or any other feature. Okay, so basically this is the enrollment stage, and in the recognition stage, the sample which is being taken is compared with the reference templates to determine the extent of match. Okay, so there are two scenarios here. One is authentication scenario and one is identification scenario. So in an authentication scenario, the biometric system, it stores the name and the biometric sample, okay, which already we have which already I have told you. So it involves one-to-one match. And in the identification one, what we will do is nothing but the biometric sample of the subject is taken, but the subject's identity is not presumed to be known beforehand. So it is assumed that a database of biometric samples of several users already exist. The subject's biometric sample is compared with the samples in the database to determine if a match exists with any one of them. Okay, so this is the main step. So whenever we keep our thumb there, basically, okay, so in that machine it will recognize us. Okay, so in its database there will be many people along with their respective fingerprints, and it will basically match ours. Okay, out of those much, it will compare that much fingerprints, and it will find out which is ours basically. So this happens in the identification. So storing happens in that first one, authentication, and identification it will basically recognize us. Okay, so this is basically used in forensics. Okay, so there are some of the characteristics of a good biometric. So when do we tell a biometric system as a good one? Okay, so these three it should possess three qualities. One is universality, another one is uniqueness, another one is permanence. So let us understand these three. What are these three? So universality. Okay, universality. Okay, so what do you mean by this? So that is nothing but all humans should be able to contribute a sample of the biometric. Okay, so that is so it should be everyone should be able to contribute. Okay, everyone should be able. So example, the speech impaired system, the speech impaired person may not be able to contribute towards the voice recognition system. Okay, so according to this principle, universality, that system it should be able to give service for most of the humans. Okay, so that is what it says. Uniqueness is nothing but when you take the biological samples from two different people, basically that machine it should be able to recognize that whose sample it is. That is uniqueness. Permanence. So permanence is nothing but, students, as we age, okay, our qualities change. See, for example, if I take a fingerprint example, there may be some changes over the time. There may be some changes in the fingerprint, some minor changes, very minor changes, or maybe in the voice recognition system the voice patterns may change as we age. So it should be able to detect that. Okay, so the better it detects, the better system it is, as simple as that. Okay, so these are the three characteristics. So let us discuss about the two case studies: iris scans and fingerprints. So these things are used basically. These are commonly used and these are used everywhere basically. Okay. So let us understand what is fingerprints. So fingerprint is an impression left by the ridges and valleys of a human finger. Okay, a human finger basically. These ridges and valleys are nothing but these patterns. They refer to the different types of patterns which is there in our fingers. Okay. So what are these? So each individual fingerprints exhibit distinctive patterns. So already told. Next one, during the enrollment and the recognition phase, an image of the fingertip is taken by placing it on the plane surface of a scanner. So this particular step, they are just telling you that how it works. Okay, how the fingerprint mechanism works. So it's nothing but we simply keep our thumb on the scanner and that scanner scans our finger tip. Okay, and it will recognize the pattern. So that is how it works. So it must recognize the patterns. It will have a lot of patterns in its databases which will be stored basically. So that patterns will be of various users. Okay, so it should recognize. Okay, so that is the thing what is happening here. So in this case study, they are simply telling you how it works, that how that system works. That's all. As most of you know how it works, this is just technically they are telling. Okay, so we'll just understand about those some of the patterns, students. So we have something called as arch, loop and whorls. Okay, this arch is nothing but the ridge. The ridge starts from one side of finger and forms an arc and ends on the other sides. So this kind of pattern is called as arch, which is there in the fingerprint. Loop is nothing but the ridge. It starts and ends at the same side of the finger. Whorls. Okay, whorls. Okay, this is nothing but it appears as closed cycles or spirals in a fingerprints. So in your fingerprints, you have to look for these three things. Mainly you means the machine. So using these three patterns. Okay, so in different people these patterns will be in different positions of their finger. So it will recognize. Okay, it will scan whenever you keep your thumb in front of the thing scanner. The scanner will scan for these things. So that is all about the fingerprints. Next one is iris scan. So the iris scan, what is iris? So first of all, so iris is a thin opaque diaphragm layer, okay, of smooth muscle. So where is it situated? It is situated in our eye. Okay, its annual shape, okay, its shape surrounds the pupil of the eye. So the patterns, the different patterns on the iris appear to be unique. So every one of us have the unique patterns in our iris. So these machines basically will look for these patterns and it will scan. So even we have to note that the patterns of this iris also stable. Okay, they remain stable with the age. And even we have to understand one more thing is nothing but the twins. Okay, twins also have different patterns. Okay. So this is all we have in our biometrics. Okay, thank you students.